This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. Geno now to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. But they kept it simple there, CD. Only needed a short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. but they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now Gino on first down. Powers through him. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Gino. He completes this to Walker, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try and run Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Come on, set. What do you need? No check. Ready.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And this will be taken at the 13.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Smith. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try for the first with Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. In motion left goes a tight end. On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And some space here. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 33 yards. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yards.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the 50, it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
To throw again on second down, Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Smith. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready?
Smith going to look to throw right away. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the jump. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 3.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Check match. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
60 Back 60. Come back in. 60 Maverick.
They snap it to Smith. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Tua now on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
14, Seahawks, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Geno out to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
19 tight.
Smith throwing again. And this will be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on third down, Smith.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
The Dolphins take over first down 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 62.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, Jack.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Out to his left. And his first look is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Viking 18.
Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing is Smith. And that will be incomplete as well.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Here we go.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
43 rail. Wide open. Ready?
On play action, here's Tua. And this one is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tua going to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Okay, break. 10 seconds.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Play action. It's Smith. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pack the 60, pack the 60. Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. down. Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They picked up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you're talking about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get into any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 23.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Here's Smith.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Smith.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Gino on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. Uchenna and Rosu got the sack there.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
Now Tua. That one complete to Hill.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. On the move to his left. Wilson's got it complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll break the Holland Cup on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker. Walker hit and the ball is out.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Cedric Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd and 9, Tua, and going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker and try and cover your lead down in the backfield, out in some open space. But the linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He lets it fly from Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. This is the tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ready?
The tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Geno now to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A sizable 16-yard jump there. The drive continues.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 37 yards. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point and tying things up. That's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Lock it in motion right. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Myers now to kick it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
69 yards.
And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Again, Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hold it ready.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Okay, now. Red, yellow. Field, black.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 40 yards. And the Dolphins tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Tua. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2 now, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Ready. Come on, red. You, yellow. 560.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. Taken at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing now is Geno.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Now Hill to return it. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at about the 32. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready. And cycle.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On play action, here's Tua. Gets this one to Hill.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 5 now.
Tua.
Wilson snags it left side.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive in making plays.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taking it about the 1. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Off of play action, here's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Geno on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the gun, here's Smith. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Nothing, 19.
Geno now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Ready. Move it, 19. Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19, 18.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They snap it to Smith. And it's It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run with Mostert up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa steps away. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. Touchdown. Tua finding his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Seahawks, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Ready.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Field flat. Ball red. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Tua now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua.
And this is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So kind of a tough break there. No real hooker slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of that. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Tua going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0.
Seahawks, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's got a man complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a gain of 25 yards. That's good.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And cycle. Blue check.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. On the return from his end zone, got it in Igwebuike. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
and 3. Seven Pirates.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Back to throw, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Smith. This complete to Lockett. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Gino. Man open, it's Goodwin. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Out of the gun, Smith. There's a nice move.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. To throw is Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly senses run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Here's Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Smith.
They'll set up the screen to Dallas.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
DJ Dallas.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Really good run defense for the 3-4. There's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys that call the defensive ends. They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Ready, break.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
If he writes a book...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Block it in motion right.
On first down, they'll kick off the drive with Dallas.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. The guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Smith escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. "31 yards on the punt there.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
2 to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here we go. 3-3.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jason Sanders to kick off Orlando.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 19 light.
Now Gino. Walker with a grab, left side.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Slot man moves right. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
They hand it off to Mostert.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Tua.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here we go, set.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right, 97. 6.
Tua sets up to pass it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Out to his left. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Mostert. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On second down, Mostert.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Smith. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And this returnable for Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. On the move to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Press on lead. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. Big Lion.
The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken 6. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They're going to run him back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Facing short yardage on 3rd down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's thrown.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his early interception on the throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Tua on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air according to next-gen stats. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Mostert. And he's got some, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now Geno on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on, hey! Liking 18!
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, here's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Tua. And he fires one, but incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's Tua's running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 163 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
After getting stopped on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Okay, ready? And cycle.
A run with Mostert up the middle to the 27-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Down. 52. Next rest.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get over just under 90 seconds remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Strike two. Black cut.
Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
1800.
Now it's Smith. It's caught, block it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Smith. He's going to let it fly. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Smith.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. To throw is Tua. Gets this to his running back, Jeff Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed it.
Well, this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.